After a plane ride gone wrong, 4 girls were left hopeless and stranded in the temperate grasslands in Idaho for 3 years. Today, they are here to share their story.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Toda.
I'm Catherine Taylor.
I'm Christina McCarthy.
I'm Sydney Wolven.
While we were stuck in the grassland, we had a video camera and recorded some of our time there.
So our plane just kind of crashed over there, and now we're stuck. I think we're in the grasslands where it's raining.
It's raining a little bit.
So, well, I guess that's because it's spring. Hopefully it stops soon.
Where exactly were you stuck?
We got stuck in the Palouse of Idaho in late spring. Temperate grasslands are also located north of the Tropic of Cancer and south of the Tropic of Capricorn. They are located on every continent but Antarctica. The major grasslands of the world are the Veldts of Africa, the Pampas of South America, the Steppes of Russia, the Plains of North America, and the Downs of Australia.
What was the climate of the grasslands like?
Temperatures vary according to season. During the winter, temperatures can go below 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
In the wintertime it gets cold, so make sure you bundle up.
During the summer, temperatures can reach above 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
You are also going to want to have some light clothes for the hot summers.
They receive low to moderate precipitation, 20 to 35 inches per year. Most is in the form of snow and grasslands in the northern hemisphere. Most precipitation occurs during the late spring and early summer.
Here's a graph showcasing the average precipitation and the average temperatures in the grasslands depending on the month.
What are the biotic and abiotic factors in the grasslands?
Biotic factors are any living component, including a variety of birds, big mammals, and grasses that make up 50% of the plants. Abiotic factors are non-living parts of the environment, including lakes, rock formations, rainfall, valleys, and constant wind.
What types of animals did you see in the grasslands?
Different herbivores include bison, gazelles, zebras, rhinoceroses, and wild horses. Carnivores include lions and wolves.
We made sure to avoid these to stay out of trouble.
Other animals are deer, prairie dogs, mice, skunks, and coyotes.
So after walking around for a while, we see some
Bison.
Bison have broad, flat-topped teeth and digestive systems adapted to feed on grasses.
They are also a keystone species. They tend to graze in patches, leaving a mosaic of grazed and ungrazed areas that increase the foraging efficiency of prairie dogs, which in turn are the main food source for ferrets.
prairie dogs, we think, and maybe some.
Prairie dogs have front legs and paws that allow them to burrow into the ground where they are protected from predators, and their color also blends in with the plant life.
What plants did you come across in the grasslands?
There is buffalo grass, cacti, sagebrush, perennial grasses, sunflowers, clovers, and wild indigos.
Things and maybe some buffalo grass and.
Buffalo grass is adapted to grassland fires and actually grows better after a fire. Growing parts of the grass are protected from the fire by soil. It sends out new shoots from the roots, and the seeds are protected by the burns they are enclosed in.
Cacti, which.
Cacti develop modified leaves to adapt to the dry environment. The spines are better at conserving water and surviving in hot temperatures, and they collect moisture from the air and let it drip down to the roots, and they also ward off predators. Grasses in this area have adapted to cold temperatures, drought, and occasional fires. They have deep, massive root systems that take hold in the soil, which allow grasses to remain firmly rooted in the ground to reduce erosion and to conserve water.
How was the geography in the grasslands?
Grasslands are mostly flat and trees and shrubs are rare. Grasslands are formed where there's not enough regular rainfall to support the growth of a forest, but not so little that a desert forms. Grasslands have some mountains and trees near water. The soil is rich with nutrients, so the soil is deep and dark colored because of the growth and decay of deep branched grass roots. The soil holds water for a long time, making it drained. Upper layers of the soil are most fertile because of the buildup of many layers of dead branching stems and roots. They are a great food source for living plants.
How did you survive alone for so long? What did you use for food, water, and shelter?
So we ran into some difficulties making the shelter. I'll just let you take a look for yourself. You just stepped on the sticks. After some time and hard work, we were able to create this hut as our shelter using mud, branches, and grass.
Finding food was a morbid challenge, to say the least, but we picked some berries to help sustain.
While stuck in the grasslands, one of our food sources was the animals. In order to get their meat, we had to kill them. Our other main food source was any plants, including berries, such as purple coneflowers and milkweed. Purple coneflower has a long history of medicinal use. Native Americans use it as an antidote for snake bites and other venomous bites and stings. It was also used in a smoke treatment for headaches. Purple coneflower was used to calm toothaches and sore gums, and tea from it was drank to treat colds. This is the milkweed plant. The milky juice and the leaves are bitter and mildly toxic, but boiling can rid the plant of both of those problems. So while we were stuck in the grasslands, we used water and fire to boil these and make them edible. Although it was unavailable to us due to lack of farm tools, farming is a popular way people produce food in the grasslands because of the fertile soil.
Collecting the rain string took forever, but we're still here, so I guess it worked. When we crashed, we had some leftover water bottles from the plane, which we used to collect rainwater as our drinking source. Because we crashed in the early spring, we were able to take advantage of the rain and did the same in the years that followed. Grasslands tend to have seasonal streams flowing for only part of the year. During the parts of the year that the streams flowed, we collected them as emergency water. We were cautious in drinking this water because it could have been contaminated. We mainly used the stream water for cooking and cleansing ourselves. 3 years is a long time to be stuck somewhere, so obviously we had to come up with ways to pass the time. We created games and had competitions, such as seeing who could throw sticks farther like javelin, and making friendship bracelets out of the grass.
Is there any other information you think would be useful for our viewers to know?
The grassland biome is considered to be a transitional location. They are found between the desert and the forest biomes. If there was more rain, they would be considered a forest biome. However, if there is less rain, it would be a desert biome.
Water is so scarce in the arid regions of China that people in the grasslands never take baths and sometimes even use yak milk to wash their faces.
Site. Temperate grasslands have grasses as the dominant vegetation, as trees and large shrubs are absent. In North America, the common or dominant animals you might see roaming or flying around in the temperate grasslands are bison, pronghorn, pocket gophers, prairie dogs, and wolves.
Smell. Obviously, one would smell grass, for the land is covered in sprouting grass. One would smell dirt from burrows dug up by small mammals and reptiles. The smell of flowers would also be present. Some of these flowers include sunflowers, asters, and blazing stars.
Taste. Some of the most popular foods produced in the grasslands are corn, rice, and wheat. The rich soil makes temperate grasslands ideal for farming, so the most common method of food is produced through agriculture.
Here, one would hear the sounds of numerous animals residing in the biome. For example, one would hear the howling of wolves, the hooting of owls, and the calls of birds like meadowlarks, quails, and sparrows. Prairie dogs also bark to one another to warn about intruders.
Touch. The smooth texture of the grass is everywhere. One could touch the hard bark on the trees and the spiky texture of the shrubs. Lakes are abundant, allowing one to feel the water. There is a very delicate balance in the grassland biome between the plants and the animals. They all depend on each other for survival. During an extended drought season, plants and grass may not grow as plentiful as it should. That can result in many animals that depend on those food sources starving. This can also mean less prey for the meat-eating animals that live there.
The grassland biome makes up about 25% of the Earth. this is an example of what a food chain could look like in the grasslands. First, like other food chains, it begins with the sun. Then it goes to the buffalo grass, which is the producer, which gets energy from the sun. Then the prairie dogs, which are the primary consumer, consume the buffalo grass. Then the coyotes, which are the secondary consumers, consume the prairie dogs, and we consume the coyotes. If there's one piece of advice we could give you, it would be go to the airport, don't fly your own plane. It doesn't end well. Bye!
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Stranded, Surviving the Grasslands. Join us next week for Stranded, Surviving the Desert, where three boys find themselves stuck in a desert.